Alright then, ladies and gentlemen, hello and welcome to Crypto Space. In today's video, we are going to cover Kaspa, its recent price action, couple of interesting tweets, and of course, couple of interesting charts for altcoins as well. So if you are new to the channel, please consider subscribing, and a quick note that this video isn't a financial advice. And now let's have a look at Kaspa itself. So Kaspa is trading now at 16 cents of a dollar and is currently experiencing a leg down of 4.2%. The market cap is currently sitting at $3.7 billion, and as we can see over here, the trading volume is sitting at 35.9, well, almost 36 million USD. So we can clearly see that dump over here on a daily. However, that is not a reason to be worried, but we are going to cover my reasoning very soon. And now let's have a look at some numbers for Kaspa. The current reward is currently sitting at 131 Kaspas, and the next one is going to be 123. The next reduction is scheduled in 8 days. And now let's have a look at a little bit of piece of news over here. So 200k on X. So I do believe that's very good for Kaspa community, and of course what comes with that, with Kaspa awareness, adoption, and what obviously goes with that, potential higher prices obviously. So let's have a look at this piece of information over here. So first of all, shout out to Saved by His Grace on X. The last time Kaspa price action caught up in the mining hash rate in mid-October 2023, the price shot up 280% from 0.05 to 14 cents in approximately 6 weeks. Price action just caught up to the hash rate. If Kaspa repeats its performance, we might see 47 cents Kaspa by the end of March 2024. So that is very good thing to see, and that is something I was also covering in my previous updates, right? That the constancy of a hash rate growing, that's very bullish for Kaspa, and obviously it's the same model as with BTC, and that is going to drive the price of Kaspa much higher. So I do believe that is possible. However, let's see what is going to happen in, let's say, coming few days, because obviously that is just a 1 month time frame. So let's have a look at this piece of news over here. We've got core developer Michael Sutton telling the story of mainnet and the journey from Genesis to starting trust and where we are today with Kaspa. So obviously that Kaspa adoption is all over the world, as we can see over here. One of the members of Kaspa ambassadors are pretty much lecturing people all over the world about the Kaspa and obviously its technology. So that's a very good thing to see, in my opinion. And now let's have a look at this chart over here. I do believe that this chart is phenomenal. So shout out to Stock Money Lizards on X. And now Kaspa stock to flow ratio drives the price. The vertical lines represent events wherein the mining reward of the proof of work is reduced, leading to an increase in scarcity. A pump and dump cycle occurs every 2 events, and the pattern reappears thereafter. So as we can see, that's very clear, right? In the first event we had 5x, then another 5x, 2.6, 2.6, and now let's say that we are going to do 0.6, which is going to be in the levels of, let's say, 48 cents of a dollar, 50 cents. So that obviously is very accurate in my opinion, and I do think that it's very likely to happen. And now let's have a look at this beautiful chart over here. So that represents Wyckoff accumulation. So according to this chart, Kaspa is basically experiencing a Wyckoff accumulation in this zone over here. And if we are going to look at it, that looks very similar. Of course, they're not going to be identical, so we cannot really look at it that way, but it's really clear to me at least. So let's have a look. So we've got the sailing climax, obviously. That's something that happened with all-time highs over here, right? Then we had accumulation, spring, failed low volume and sell-off, and then we had a test, right? So this is pretty much all of these zones over here, right? If we are going to look at it that way. And then we had jump the creek, and we obviously broke these all-time highs over here, right? And we've got new ones. And now we've got a markup, and obviously that markup could take a while, but that is coming, in my opinion. We do also experiencing that markup because obviously there is a bearish divergence in BTC price action as well. So if we are going to look over here on BTC, we see that we are being rejected on BTC on the daily from that very important, I believe, trend line, sorry, resistance level over here that leads us back to previous bull cycle. So that's something to keep in mind with. But I do believe that Kaspa is going to reach these new all-time highs very soon. However, let's have a look now at this factor over here. So if we are going to follow RSI on a daily, we can pretty much see that we are entering the similar momentum over here, possibly on RSI. So when we reached level of 88, 87 on RSI, we've pretty much consolidated on Kaspa as well, and we are basically experiencing perhaps similar thing. Also, given the fact that we are experiencing a bearish crossover over here on MACD. So I do believe we are going to see a pullback, but obviously that pullback, in my opinion, isn't going to be a huge pullback, and that's going to be a beautiful opportunity to scoop up some more Kaspa. By the way, if you are interested into keeping your Kaspa safe outside of exchanges on which anything might happen, make sure that you check out Tangent Wallet. Tangent Wallet allows you to store your crypto safe outside of exchanges, and I do believe that this is a much better way to store our crypto. And now, if you are going to type over here Kaspa, for example, you can check if Kaspa is supported by Tangent Wallet. As we can clearly see over here, Kaspa is supported, and of course, a couple of different projects too. And of course, make sure that you are going to look at the Tangent chip information. I do believe that's very important, all of these security features, and with my discount code you can receive 10% off. And now let's look at this chart over here. So first of all, shout out to the Scalping Pro. If we are going to look at this chart is basically representing how far away we are from this bull cycle. Well, we are pretty much in a bull cycle, but obviously that's representing the halving. So as we can see over here, these are, in my opinion at least, not a financial advice, not the best time to sell if you are going to see a pullback. But anyways, let's have a look at this chart over here on altcoins. So first of all, let's have a look at the model in 2015-2018. As you can see over here, we had this accumulation on alts. That's basically Wyckoff accumulation, and then we had reaccumulation, and after that we experienced a huge parabola for alts. As we can see over here, the same thing is pretty much brewing over here ever since 2018-2024. So we are pretty much looking at that huge Wyckoff accumulation. Now we are experiencing the end of reaccumulation, and we are going to experience that parabola very, very soon. And if we are going to look at that chart, golden cross of the Gunnar EMA in the monthly chart of altcoins is imminent. Only happened in 2016 and 2020, marked the start of the altcoin bull run. So let's have a look at this signal over here. Total market cap monthly chart looks so good. Bullish cross Gunnar EMA, close above the Gaussian channel, and we last saw this combination in 2020. Altcoin bull market started after that. So as we can see over here, that's pretty much the same signal over here in 2020. I do believe that's very bullish, and we are going to pretty much experience very, very green candles in coming weeks and months. So let's have a look at this chart over here. That basically represents of potential new all-time highs for alts. So if we are going to follow that triangle pattern over here and enter that bull cycle over here, we could expect anything around 10 to 13 trillion USD. So I do believe that's very bullish, but I do also believe that is very, very possible. All right, thank you very much for watching. I hope you will have a great day. Peace and love, crypto.